Do or do not, there is no try. This quote is known worldwide, however, it's from a galaxy far, far away. Quotes like this, inspiring stories, slight humor, and a lot of pop culture references come from this galaxy far, far away. As an audience, you share different demographics and interests. My audience analysis survey shows you haven't experienced this galaxy far, far away. Only 60% of you have watched any Star Wars media, and only one person out of all of you showed any interest in the media whatsoever. However, you did enjoy the special effects. I'm going to show you that there's more than just lasers and laser swords in Star Wars. I've been a Star Wars fan since I was little. I watched the animated series, and I never understood the plot. However, as I grew older, I ditched the Anakin Skywalker action figures and got more into George Lucas's characters and how he developed them. Although you may not have the same views, I'm going to show you how interesting, different, and exciting the Star Wars world can be. Star Wars contains intense plot, media, and pop culture that people should be interested in. I'm going to convince you to watch Star Wars to avoid missing out on media, feelings, and all the pop culture references. I'm going over Star Wars media such as movies, the merchandise such as toys, and the pop culture such as memes or movie references in other shows, and why you need to be involved. Then I'm going to go over how you can get involved, and then I'm going to explain what will happen when you do get involved. We'll start with what you're missing out on. People are missing out on certain meanings and feelings in Star Wars, and Star Wars can bring these feelings out. Author of The Power of Myth, Joseph Campbell states, "From the outer world, the senses carry images to mind which do not become myth, however, until they're transformed by fusion with accordant insights awakened as imagination from the inner world body." Basically, Campbell is saying that imagination needs a boost to be set free. Campbell believed that Star Wars was the perfect boost. John Williams, the composer of all Star Wars music and many other famous franchises music, states, "Until Campbell told us what Star Wars meant, we regarded it as a Saturday morning space movie. This shows that many watchers don't completely understand Star Wars, and they should take a deeper look into the meanings and feelings Star Wars can bring out." College professor of communications Edward J. Whitmore said, "Popular culture represents a common denominator, something that cuts across most economic, social, and educational barriers." Star Wars is a large part of pop culture, and people who don't participate in watching Star Wars are being separated from the Star Wars society and missing out on references, memes, media, slang, and things like that. Not watching Star Wars may be your choice, but you're excluding yourself from ideas, stories, and cultural changes that grow as Star Wars grows. I'm going to show you how Star Wars can fit into what you're missing out on. Star Wars can keep you up with pop culture and introduce you to new ideas and feelings. All you have to do is take the time to pick a movie order and take the time to watch the movies and or series, depending on what you're feeling. Become a Star Wars fan will introduce you to George Lucas's imagination-inspiring ideas. With over 400 planets and 2 million species in Star Wars, many ideas can be brought up. New interests and maybe new fan-favorite characters can be brought to life. All demographics fit into Star Wars. From a peaceful farmer to an overlord with a laser sword to a slug with a floating sail barge. There are many different species and characters in Star Wars. Age requirements don't exist in Star Wars. From Grogu or Baby Yoda to the classic Luke Skywalker, there's characters that fit old and young people. There are more to the movies than just laser swords and floating rocks. In A No Way Home, the first movie ever created, the main protagonist goes through many emotions. First, he loses aunt and uncle, which were his caregivers. Then he loses his mentor. After this, he has to try and find an overlord who runs a Nazi-like government. So basically, he's going through a lot. In the animated series Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the director shows that it is not just a kid's show. The main character, Anakin Skywalker, goes from a young, prideful boy and changes into the overlord who is demoralizing Darth Vader. In The Mandalorian, a racial battle is shown. Groups from the same species who wear the same armor are separated because of different last names or where they come from. It shows that there's deeper meanings in Star Wars than people realize. As Star Wars develops, so does popular culture, and non-watchers are going to miss out on certain ideas, slang, memes, references like this one. Star Wars holds the Guinness World Record for most film merchandise sold. So Star Wars is everywhere around us. Local grocery stores, commercials, movies like Muppets, things like that, memes. A quote from Ray Brown says, "It really is the old troglodyte that resents the study of popular culture now. So not being set aside from pop culture makes you different. You should be a part of it." This comes from the Against Academia. Legos, memes, and more grow in Star Wars as well, and people are missing out on these certain references. Opting out of Star Wars may be your choice, or it may be more entertaining. However, that's not the case. Writer Keith Nelson writes, "Watching these films often whispers to myself, do you understand how stupid you were for not watching these years ago?" This is one take of many that shows Star Wars has been very interesting and people are not wasting their time watching these films. Andrew Beatty writes, "The success of Star Wars is due to 3 factors: great story, innovative marketing, and clever targeting of many demographics. This also proves my point that Star Wars is for everyone and everyone should take the time to watch the movies." Watching Star Wars is not only good for your imagination, but also help keeping up with pop culture, and I'll show you what will happen when you take the time to watch Star Wars. New hobbies can develop. In 2021, Lego's revenue increased 27%, mainly due to Star Wars Legos because they're a big seller. People old and young collect Star Wars Legos, and a minifigure, which could start at being $100, minifigures could grow to be $500. So collectors collect high valuable things, sell them, trade them, things like that. Same thing could be done with sports cards. You will also be entertained if you take the time to watch Star Wars. All movies combined have over a 4-star rating and 80+% on Rotten Tomatoes. This shows that fans and critics have rated the movies pretty high. New culture references will be brought up to your life and you'll understand memes, slang, ideas, and meaning from Star Wars, such as the ones in The Simpsons. We made it to the end. Let's summarize. Watching Star Wars can benefit imagination, develop new hobbies, interests, and keep you up to date so you don't end up like a Facebook mom and her memes. Watching Star Wars for a healthy imagination, a good story, and new ideas will benefit your life in many ways. As Star Wars gets more involved into our world, you should take the time to get more involved in the Star Wars worlds. Get involved in the media, merchandise, and this message. Any questions?